What's good, South Jersey? I'm headed towards the Cultural Collective Cafe, Brick and Culture, owned by Miss Sadiyyah Means, located at 65 North Broad Street in Woodbury, and I learned a lot about Miss Sadiyyah and how much she survived during the pandemic, and now you get to hear it too. She's definitely what's good in South Jersey this week. Miss Sadiyyah.
Yes.
First of all, how you doing this lovely day we're having?
I'm doing well.
Yeah.
We had a little rain, but
I'm
doing well.
Yeah.
Cannot complain.
So happy to be in your establishment, this beautiful establishment. I'm surrounded by so much artwork. I'm surrounded by so much positivity and jubilance and joy. I'm almost just breathtaking. This place is just like, we're in South Jersey. This is we need to see more of this type of energy.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, absolutely.
I can't help but ask, what does your name mean?
First of all, it's an Arabic name.
Okay.
So a lot of women in Islam, you may find, has the name Sadiyyah. And that was a name that my father named me, and I love my name, and it basically means special one, unique one.
Yeah. Yes. So I looked it up too last night, and I was like, man, that fits like a glove because of your entrepreneurship.
Yes.
Did you always want to go into the business for yourself? Like, how did this start here at this place, this lovely place of culture, if you will? How did this all begin?
Absolutely. So the Cultural Collective Cafe was not something that I thought I would have a business in, should I say. Yeah. However, I knew I've always was going to be an entrepreneur. Just knew it. I've always wanted to. Even when I, once I graduated college and was working, I always did things on the side. Like, so I've always, in college, you can ask my girlfriends, they always say, Sadiyyah, I already knew. Even friends now, Sadiyyah, I always knew, because that was something I've always did. Even when I worked another job, a 9 to 5, I always had some portion of entrepreneurship in me. When I graduated, I went and got my real estate license, so I always did that. It was just something, my husband's an entrepreneur, so it was always going to be, now, even if it wasn't a Culture Collective Cafe, it was going to be something. It was going to be something. Yes. So I guess you can say that I've always had business instilled in me. I didn't grow up with a bunch of entrepreneurs in my family, so it wasn't like, okay, just generational where you just automatically knew. It's just something that I knew that I wanted to do different. Of course, over time, you learn so much more now because I didn't know as much as I knew now, back then. However, I just knew that I was going to do something.
I wanted to ask you, where'd you go to school? Where'd you learn all these wonderful skills of yours in entrepreneurship, and just where'd you graduate? What was your major?
Absolutely. So I graduated undergrad from, went to HBCU, Delaware State University. Yes. So my undergrad was in finance and banking. And then I went and got my MBA from Wilmington University, and that was in business administration. I knew I wanted to do something in business. Let me tell you that. I knew. I just wasn't quite sure, but I knew I wanted to do something in business. So yes, that's where I graduated from. And from there, I did go and work in academic. I worked for a nonprofit. I worked in quite a few universities throughout Tri-State, Jersey and Philly. And then, I'm gonna say during the pandemic, it kind of led me to this. And it's been going, it was quite a experience because pandemic came, I opened up. We were still at the point trying to figure out COVID. Wow. The schools were not even shut down. Offices were not even closed at the time. So when I opened, I'm thinking, okay, I had this huge block party, we're open, it was at the high, and then COVID. I think December, I opened up October 5th, 2020. I think that December, January is when they started to shut things down. And when they shut things down, I had to shut down. And what I have is human connection. It's a coffee shop. We do events here. So you need people in the space to move forward. So if there's no people moving forward in the space, you have no business. Yeah. But I was able to pivot a little bit because the space, as you know, they have smaller rooms. Yeah. So people were able to do smaller events.
How has college or anything like that at Delaware State. Prepared you for what you're doing now?
So opening up my business, it was something that I knew I wanted to amplify Black people and Black businesses, because we always, or should I say, we're going to always have a little hard on us. And that was one reason why I wanted to go to HBCU. Well, that is the reason I wanted to go to HBCU, because I wanted to be around spaces where I see people like us who come from places that we can all relate, who have our own culture. And it just felt so good to get the support from our professors, for people that look like us. And I just knew I wanted to be able to one day have a space that we can go in and feel comfortable. And that's why I'm so big on amplifying businesses. And it's just like, a lot of times people say businesses, we have so much more. We have Black artists out here, Black creatives like yourself. We have Black makers. We're out here doing so many things. And it's also inspired to some of the youth that can see that, hey, you have Black artists out here. Before you didn't see too many of that. You have Black candle makers, you have Black makers, you have Black clothing designers, you have so many different things that now people can look at us and say, okay, we can do this, and that was, I would say my HBCU also was able to teach me how to move forward and making sure that I still make sure we provide space for us.
Let's stay there for a second. Moving forward, take me back to the day when you were starting. How do you get people to get to know you? How do you get people to come and support you and, support the dream, which ended up being a reality?
So I'm gonna be honest, a lot of people getting to know about Cultural Collective and Brick and Culture, and what we do is word of mouth, is people coming into the space, social media, people sharing about our space, because I really appreciate, and I say this, the community shows out for me, and I think they are so excited to have a space like this. So when people are excited about something, and you got genuine good people that just want to see you win, because they're so happy to have a space like this, they're sharing. It's times I post things that people are just sharing, or they're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to tell people about it. It's times that people come in, they might see the space online, and then they come in, they're like, oh my God, online doesn't do justice. And I'm thinking like the pictures online is like the best. Like
that's what I thought too, because like I said, I didn't know you had it upstairs.
Yes.
I didn't know you had all these additional rooms.
Exactly.
Hosting weddings, hosting all types of different events. I was like, what?
Yes.
What types of events?
So I will say that is pretty much a big part. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm a small business. I'm doing everything by myself. I don't have a huge marketing budget, so I'm not able to probably do as much as I would want to do. But right now, a lot of my marketing is basically word of mouth, social media, of course, all the social media platforms I can do, that IG, Facebook, my website. But really, it's just, it's just the community just supporting and hearing more about me. I mean, I'm starting to say more people are hearing about what we do now within like the last, of course, since I first opened. So it's been great. It's growing. It's still, taking time, but it's growing, and I'm excited. I look at it as, although I opened up in 2020, I'm gonna say 2023, early 2023 has been more people starting to hear more about us. And I look at it as though, like I said, although I opened up in 2020, I look at it as though, I'm gonna say the last year and a half, going on 2 years, look at it's kind of like the start of my business, because I had to shut down. So I'm kind of like growing back, regrouping, trying to get things up and running.
What are the creative ways that you keep yourself promoted and also talked about? You're in people's mouths, you're in people's living rooms. People are bringing up your name and your business when you're not even in the room. How are you doing that?
You are really only going to find a space like this normally in the city, where you have a Black woman owned coffee shop, number one, okay, with a creative space in a historical building, okay? And this building used to be, or I'm not sure if you're familiar, but maybe you are, Benjamin Franklin's nephew, Franklin Davenport. This used to be his home. So this is not only the history in two ways.
Yes. I did not know that.
Yes. So this is not just history in two ways. Yes. I'm the first black woman-owned coffee shop in a historical building. And just the aesthetics, when you walk around, you can see the exposed brick, the old fireplace, upstairs, the arched doorways, the window, all those things. So you're not gonna find a space like this at all. So I think that also sets us apart, where people wanna know, where's this place? I wanna see this place. I would love to have an event in this place. And I just wanna be at this place. So I think that sets apart too, because I try to curate so many different events too, where we're, again, having people in the space that look like us, and also having events that you won't have on a norm. You know, like I started the Black Farmers Market. Okay, right here, this will be our 3rd year.
That's coming up too, right?
Yes,
in June. Right?
In June.
Yeah.
We have yoga every Thursday from a black woman yoga instructor. We have many vending events here in our space. We do a lot of community events. We host weddings. So I think it's also the type of events that we curate also, and the people that we bring in. You know, we try to bring in a lot of local businesses, artists, anything we can, you know, just something that you wouldn't have on a regular, you know, and that's what we do here.
Walk me through your process of starting your business. What were the steps?
You want me to get back to like the registration with the state and everything?
I want to talk all of that, because people are talking like they want to know how to open up their business. So I want to know all that.
Number one, and I might be biased when I say this, but I'm gonna say it, because just because you have an LLC, I get a lot of people, oh, let me get an LLC, and they be like, okay, I got a business. It's more than just the LLC.
Well, tell us about it. What's it about?
You gotta make sure you run the. I don't want to offend nobody, but you know how many people you can go and do an LLC on your own. Some people just like to have the LLC because it just sounds good, you know.
It does sound good.
Yeah, I got the LLC, but then you're like, okay, you got the LLC. What about the LLC?
So there's more to it then.
Yeah, you want to, when you start your business, it's more than just your LLC, your EIN. Registering your business with the state, you know, making sure you have all the things you need from the city. There were certain things I had to do with zoning in the city, making sure with my coffee shop. It's not like, okay, you just get a building and you go from there. That's why sometimes you might have differing businesses, right? And they may say, I'm going to open up my business in a month, and then maybe 5 and 6 and 7 months down the line, they haven't opened up, because what happened was they didn't realize all the requirements you needed to open up a business. It's not that easy just to, okay, I'm gonna get an LLC and now my business is up and running. It's more to just run. I don't just come in here every day and just sit here and just say, okay, my business. It's things I still have to do to keep my business going. I am the marketing, I'm the HR, I'm the accountant, I'm the bank, I'm all those things. So unless I don't have, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a small business. I don't have a huge team right now, you know? I have people that definitely help me, and we're growing. So I'm praying, and I know it's gonna work out, that I soon have a team where things are in place for me now, that you see growth. Because I think any business, people want to see growth in your business. I want to see growth in people's business. Like, I love to see where somebody started and where they are, because it's, first of all, it's inspiring. And it's just to see, like, I remember when, you know, I remember when. I'm gonna be honest, at one point I was in here, I didn't have an espresso machine. You know, I'm gonna keep it real. But you know, it worked, and I see where I'm at now, and I'm excited. This is something me laugh. But I'm gonna be honest. So I love to see growth, but I think we need to understand the steps of running a business. What you need, making sure you have all the proper permits, everything up to code. Like, Gloucester County Health Department comes in here. They come in here sometimes. Well, they already came in. They only come, I think, like every 2 years. But they came in here unexpected one time. But my stuff was together, so it passed.
Well, amen.
But you know, it better be together.
All right, so come on.
But I think people don't understand there are certain things you have to do to keep your business running. And what it is, a lot of people say, okay, I get the LLC and that's it. But yes, okay, you get the LLC now. Are you moving forward with your business? Are you taking the next steps? Did you get your EIN? Are you registering with your state? Are you filing your yearly reports? Are you making sure everything is up to code in case somebody comes in here on a just humbug? Are you doing all the things, making sure your books are up to par? You know, all those things it takes to run a business.
Speak to the importance about relationships too,
Yes.
because I'm sure you're a woman that does not burn bridges, and you understand how important it is to keep those relationships viable and healthy.
The relationships I have built are just amazing. The people that support me are just amazing. And a lot of them have been relationships I met through here. Outside your family and friends, because your family and friends always say this, and I'll say this for anyone who is starting a business, right? And I know sometimes we are like, okay, when you start a business, you're like nervous about, well, your friends, you want them to come all the time, you want your family to come all the time. They're going to support you anyway because they're your family and friends. I don't rely on my family and friends to support me because they're going to support me anyway. You understand what I'm saying? But when I'm at the point now, if they come or not, my events or whatever I do is still going to be great turnouts. So I see the growth from there, because it used to be a point that sometimes, and I'm pretty sure people know, like, if you don't get your family and friends to show up, you might not have X, Y, Z. If they don't purchase from you, if they don't buy products from you, you might like, But now it's to the point now, if they come, they come. If they don't, they don't. But I appreciate them anyway, because they're always going to show me love. But when I talk about the relationships I have built over time, there's so many I can name, so many great relationships, and they just have been built from the space. It's people that come to the space and they're like, Sadiyyah, you don't understand how much I enjoy being here. You don't understand the connections that I have built from coming in this space. You don't know who I've met just from you. So when you do things authentic and when you are who you are, those relationships go beyond than what you can imagine. And it's times when I'm just like, you don't realize how much of an impact or how much you inspire people until they tell you. And I never look for anybody to tell you, but just coming here, they're just like, you don't understand what you're providing. When people buy into your product, your service, 9 out of 10 times, they're buying into you, okay? People buy into me because I am me. Like, I have to, this is me. Like, I come in here, 9 out of 10 times when you come here, I'm here. I come in here and work. I speak with the customers. Like, some of my customers, I have their direct number. A lot of my customers I can call. Community come in, they know who I am. You know, they'll see me out sometimes. They're like, oh, such and such. But I say that to say just the event that we were at yesterday, the relationships and the network. And one of the things they talked about is when you have a business, you know, you want to make sure you also provide an experience for your customers. And experience doesn't always have to be something wow, and it doesn't always have to involve money. It doesn't always have to involve the glitz and glam. It's just that when you come in here, you feel comfortable. When you come in here, you're getting somebody that's not just talking to you as a businesswoman, but talking to you like, oh, that's my, you know, you feel like family when you leave.
Speak to the consistency too, and how important that is.
Because that says a lot about you. You know, and first of all, I don't want to be the business that you pull up and you're like, oh, well, they said they was open, but I'm closed because I had to leave and go here. Now, there was a point when I had to because I had to adjust some hours. I'm not going to lie. But now I try my best to be here when need because it's a business. And if we're not open, I make sure I do our best to share that information with community, just in case someone stops by, people want to come in and see the space, the book, or just anything. But consistency is that says a lot about you. That's your business, that's your brand.
Can you do me a favor and shout out your husband? Shout out your husband and how important. So how vital is this man who is an entrepreneur in his own right too? How does he help you run this business, this wonderful business that you have? And how does he support you? How does he encourage you when things get rough?
Oh, he wants to see me win, and just like I want to see him win, you know. So he's just a great supporter of anything I do. Anything I do, even if it wasn't his business. He's there for me. When he knew I wanted this, he was just like, okay, well, if you believe in it. And he always tells me that I gotta believe that you believe. So if I believe in it, then he's going to believe in me. But if I'm not showing how important, then why would he put his time in that? Exactly. So he's a true believer in me. He sees my potential. He knows what I'm capable of, and he's just an amazing husband.
What has life and your journey with this business taught you about yourself?
Stay encouraged. Continue to believe in yourself. Understand that you're going to fail and it's okay. There's no person, no successful person in business or whatever is going to tell you that they don't get tired and that it's not hard and that it's not going to be time that you're going to fail. And I truly believe that one thing that it has taught me is just to keep believing myself, understand that failure is going to come and that you can reset and restart at any time.
Would you change anything about your journey? Or would you keep it the same? Same way you did it, same route, same amount of time it took? Is there anything that you would change?
No, I wouldn't change anything. I don't think I would change anything, because if anything, this made me stronger for business. Because, and I'm gonna tell you right now, if anybody know, when I tell people that I started when I'm talking about my business, and I say I started in 2020, they look at me like, say it again? Because they're like, how you started in 2020 in the pandemic and you still here? So right there, that says a lot that somebody strong, I can get through anything. Only the strong survive. And I made it through. I'm not gonna say I'm fully there, but let me tell you something. I made it through the pandemic, and that was a time for any, I don't care, even if you just wasn't a business owner. A business owner, I pray for them, because so many businesses really fell.
It's gonna be a little funner now. Okay. This is gonna be a little lighter now.
Okay.
This is called the this and that, this or that section. Okay. This is for you. And it's gonna be rapid fire, so you can't really dwell on it too long.
Okay.
You just gotta, give it to me how you feel. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, you ready?
Yeah.
Are you set? Here we go.
Sir.
Hot weather or cold weather?
Hot weather.
Michael Jackson or Prince?
Michael Jackson.
Smoothies or milkshakes?
Smoothies.
Short films or feature films?
Feature films.
Usher or Chris Brown?
Usher.
Sweet potato pie or banana pudding?
Sweet potato pie.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs, I guess.
Cream of wheat or oatmeal?
Oatmeal.
Ooh, okay. Sneakers or sandals?
Sandals.
Hospital birth or getting a doula?
Hospital.
Vinyl or digital?
Vinyl.
Quick and fast or slow and steady?
Slow and steady.
Spike Lee movies or John Singleton movies?
Ooh, that's a John Singleton.
Family Matters or The Cosby Show?
Cosby's.
Martin or The Fresh Prince?
Martin.
Peace of Mind or Endless Favor?
Ooh, peace of mind.
Ooh. Adonis Creed or Apollo Creed?
Adonis.
Mexican cuisine or Chinese?
Mexican.
Pancakes or French toast?
French toast.
Wow.
Yes.
You did good. That was good.
Yes. I might have to take something back. I said Usher, but I think I'm gonna go with Chris Brown.
CB? All day.
Chris Brown all day. I'm sorry.
Okay.
That man like 6'4". He know how to do backflips.
Thank you for letting me do this with you. And I just want to say, you're definitely what's good in South Jersey.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
Yeah, I will come and enjoy some more time in this space. And
Absolutely.
I love this space. I'm in love. I can see myself at the open mic. I can see myself just coming in and grab a quick something. Quick cup of coffee. Cup of espresso.
Well, we open Tuesdays through Fridays 8 to 3 and Saturdays 9 to 1.